Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was just getting everything set up. Hold on, I don't see if I'm trying to watch the chat from my phone, and it still is saying that. Hi, Alexis. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Winter. Thanks for joining me. All right. There we go. Now I'm on the screen. Okay. So I've got a kind of a new setup here, and I've got my chat on my phone so that I can see what you guys are chatting as I do the live. So welcome. I'm so excited that you guys all could make it and that I made it to 100 subscribers. And before I get started with my questions, I wanted to just thank you guys for subscribing. I'm a new channel, so it's kind of slow in the beginning with people who trying to get people to see your stuff, and I finally feel like I've got a group of people who are interested in watching me, so I appreciate all of you. All right, so let's how's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. All right, so with my questions, I got lots of fun questions. You guys were awesome. And not only that, but I was surprised at all the different questions I got. I didn't have all the same question from you guys, which is awesome. So I have a lot of questions to answer, and I hope you find it interesting and get to learn a little bit about me since I'm kind of new to the YouTube scene, so this is kind of a fun way to get to know me. I know my very first video was kind of an introduction to who I am and what I do on Second Life, but I feel like even from that video, it is so I'm like a different, especially with YouTube, I'm a different person. I've met some great people through YouTube, and I've really, really enjoyed it. So don't worry, I'm sticking around with this for a while. All right, so why don't we get started with the questions, because I have quite a few of them, and I know you guys are all here for the giveaway, so we'll do that after all the questions. So the way I did the questions is I kind of broke it down into categories. There were three kind of major categories, and then there were just a bunch of other kind of random type questions. So I kind of grouped the questions up so that they were kind of cohesive. So the most questions I got were about blogging and photography, and I'm assuming that's because the whole announcement for this giveaway was attached to a blogging video. But I had so much fun with that series, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. First of all, with blogging and photography, I've been blogging for over a year now. And so I am by no means an expert, but I enjoyed it, and I still do it a little bit, although I've kind of moved more towards the YouTube side of things because I actually found that I enjoyed that a little bit more. So the first question I got is, which store would you like to be a blogger for. And this was, oh my goodness, there's so many stores that I'd love to be a blogger for. Tetra would be one. I love their clothes. I think their clothes are amazing. Trey Chic is another favorite clothing. I would love to do, like for furniture and decor, I would love to do Applefall. They would be probably the stores that I would love to blog for the most, just because I have such an interest in those stores and their products. So also my second question is, are there any photogenic sims that you like to visit and take pictures of? And very early on in this channel, I did a 2-part series for all about this. I picked my favorite sims that I like to take pictures at, and I did a whole video on them. So actually right now I am going to link those 2 videos, put the links to those 2 videos in the chat. So if you're interested in checking out those videos, I can do that with you. Okay, hold on. Ouch. Sorry, my dog just jumped up on my shoulder. There's a way I can chat. Okay, maybe I'll link them in the chat down, but like, I'm trying to find where, oh, here we go. All right, so here's this is part number 1. And then this here is part number 2. So but to answer your question, some of my favorite places to take photography, my absolute favorite is the sim Surfers Bay. Now, Surfers Bay is a paid community. It's a VIP community, so you have to pay to be a member of their group and use their sim. But it is a gorgeous sim. It's a beach, so I take a lot of my beach photos there. Where I take most of my photos, though, is here on my own land. I just use my own land. I might set up a scene on my own land or just use backdrops. Another favorite is Sunny's Studio. They have a lot of backdrops to use. I know another great one is Backdrop City. And the good thing about Backdrop City is you can res your own things on that land. You have to make sure that you obviously delete those things, but you can res on their land, and they allow that. So that's always great. So if you have a specific product you want to blog or something like that, you can res it. And the same with Surfers Bay. That's also a possibility. So those are my favorites, but if you want the full list of my favorites, check out these 2 videos, and it's like a video and I walk you through those sims, and they're beautiful places to take pictures. All right, so next question. How do you get yourself out of a creative block while blogging? Well, first of all, I do not take an item to blog unless I'm inspired by it. So before I take an item out of the Blogotex, I have to visualize how I want that photo to be, or I won't take the item, because I don't want to take something and then be stuck and be forced to blog it when I just have no inspiration from it. So a lot of what I blog, I get inspiration from the actual product, whether it's a clothing item. I used to do decor in some stores. I had to have like an idea in my head before I took it. If I had a block, then I just didn't blog that day. You know, it wasn't like I did have deadlines, but I tried to stay on top of it enough that I didn't have to worry about my deadlines too much. And sometimes you just need a break. And usually when you need a break, that's when your block comes in. So that's basically it. My next question is, do you prefer taking shots of yourself or with friends? Okay. This is a two-part question because personally, it's easier to take pictures of just myself because I'm just kind of maneuvering myself. I don't have to give myself directions. I just know like my needs when it's just a photo of just me. And with friends, I have to give them direction. I have to pose them, and I have to make sure that their pose is lining up with my pose and all those kind of things. So that sometimes can make it a little bit more difficult. But on the other end, I prefer taking photos with friends because it's more fun to have pictures of you and your friends or you and your family, you know? See, the problem is like in Blogotex, they give you a list of items to blog. And Alexis, I'm answering your question in the chat. And you just picked and chose the items that you wanted to blog. You weren't expected to blog every item in the in their list of items. So they really didn't mind if you didn't choose an item. As long as you met the deadlines and posted as many as you were supposed to, it really didn't matter. So you didn't have to worry about that too much. Which makes the choosing process and the inspiration process a lot easier as well. All right. So next question. Do you set up your own scenes or take photos? To take photos. I do set up scenes. I might set up, like, especially on my land, if I'm taking like a seasonal photo. A lot of my seasonal photos are just taken on my land because I change my land with the season. Like as you saw in my Decorate With Me videos, the season is summer, so I had a beach. But in the fall, all the trees have fall leaves, and all of the in the winter, there's snow on the ground. So I pretty much kind of like, I would move things around to make the scene more appealing for the photo. But I also used a lot of backdrops. I have quite an array of backdrops that I use. I also go to these photogenic sims that allow me to use their backdrops and their landscaping as my scenery. So it really depended on the photo, but for the most part, I use backdrops or I set up my own scenes here on my land. All right, so next question is, what size and quality do you like to post your photos and Flickr and blog sites? My blog and my photos, I try to keep in the highest quality. So my settings on YouTube are, I have a specific like setting on YouTube that I prefer. And it's basically ultra is the graphic setting that I use. But then the actual, like, when I save a photo, I'm going to just click my photo. If you can see on the screen here, I have the width of my photo to be 4,599 pixels, and then the height at 2,406 pixels. Now this is a kind of a longer photo, and then what I do is I go in and I crop it at the areas like to the dimensions that I want. I do it so big just because it's the best quality photo that I could do on Firestorm, which is what I mostly use to take my photos. And then this way, it's easier when you go in and crop it. And I can go in and crop it and do that. It just makes the photo look better, rather than trying to get the right angles and everything. So that is how I do that. All right, so next question. Let's get rid of that. There we go. All right, my next question is, do you recommend going to Pro with Flickr, or can you just use normal without paying for Pro? I don't know exactly what Flickr Pro does for you. I have never looked for a need for Pro, so my answer to that is no. To me, there's no need for Pro. I'm sure you could go and like maybe find some reasons why Pro is necessary, but for me, I've never even thought to even go Pro, because I never even saw a need for. I had everything I needed within Flickr just with the free version. All right, so any good photography tips that really helped you taking your photos and that you could tell your past self then? I suggest, the biggest tip I suggest is going on YouTube and watching videos specifically about Second Life photography. There are some good videos in I think it was my third blogger series video. I linked a video the video that I used to figure out my graphics settings and the perfect graphics settings for me. And that was what I did. So if you want to go to my third blogging video, it's linked in the description below. Yeah, Alexis, see, I didn't even know that, but I never even got to the point where I needed 1,000 pic allowance. So maybe one day, once I get up that many photos, I'm nowhere even near that. So thanks for that, because I didn't even know what the reason for Pro is. So yeah, if you plan on being a blogger in the long run and to do it for a long time, and you're gonna have that 1,000 pictures, that, yeah. But for me, even if I did get up to 1,000, there are so many pictures from early on in my blogging. I would just start deleting some of those from to free up spots. Oh, I'm sorry, Alexi. I'm sorry. Thanks for correcting me. I'm quickly reading your name. All right. But yeah, so if you need 1,000 photos, I guess that's the reason why you might want to go to Flickr Pro. But like I said, I'm nowhere near that on mine, and I've been blogging for over a year and a half now. All right. What gear do you use to take your pictures with? Majority of the time I use Firestorm, but yeah, same. Yeah, I guess there are people out there who all they do on Second Life is blog, and they have so many different stores that they blog for, that they need that high number of photos. That I was never that dedicated to blogging. I mean, I was dedicated. I did like a blog photo a day for a while, but I don't see myself ever needing 1,000 photos on my Flickr. Definitely not. All right, so back to my viewer. So I mostly use Firestorm, but I do use Black Dragon occasionally. And the reason I use Black Dragon occasionally is they have a awesome feature on Black Dragon that allows you to edit a pose. So like the Any Poser, it's like the Any Poser on crack. You can change literally any bone in your body, like the position of any bone in your body with the Black Dragon viewer. And it's so easy and so smooth, which the Any Poser, I don't find it as smooth as and easy to use as the poser in Black Dragon. So if I have a pose that's just like kind of like I'm clipping somebody or clipping something, and I just need to move my hand or my arm just a little bit, I might go into Black Dragon and take a photo in there. But majority of my photos are just taken with Firestorm, which is the normal viewer that I use. And the reason for that is just I'm lazy. I don't feel like logging off Firestorm and logging into Black Dragon just to take a picture. Not to mention, Black Dragon lags my computer down pretty good. So what I do, if I do Black Dragon, is I get myself all posed and ready, and then I switch over to the Black Dragon viewer, and then I just have to go from there. All right. Doesn't it take a lot of time to do several different blogs about stuff? Yes and no. You saw the process of just posting a blog. There's a lot of steps to it. And if you do want to do a quality blog, yes, it does take a lot of time, because I showed you just the posting part. I didn't even show you the photography and editing part. Alexi, Black Dragon is, I think it's worth learning. Cassie Middles does a really good tutorial on how to use the Black Dragon viewer. So I suggest you look for her on YouTube. She does a great job explaining Black Dragon, and that's what I use to learn how to do Black Dragon and use that poser. But I mean, like I said, it's not something I need to use every day for my blogging, but it is nice that that's an option if you have like a pose that's just not working for your body. Right. What are your thoughts and feelings on bloggers not being paid for the work other than the free merch? I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. These stores, and the reason I know, I'm a blogger manager for an event, and they hire up to 10 to 15 bloggers for their store. So to have to pay all of those people is quite a lot for especially a smaller like store that is just trying to get their products out there to the public. So I don't think it's necessary to be paid. I mean, I think the free merch in itself is good enough. That's my opinion, though. So others may have different opinions, but I don't think it's necessary. Most of the time, bloggers do it because they enjoy blogging more so than for the payment of it. All right, so that's all my blogging and photography questions. Next topic is shopping. All right, my first is, what is your favorite shopping event? I like, my favorite would probably be either Epiphany or Arcade. I like gotcha events. I think I think they are the most fun events to go to. I would feel awful if I didn't say the Bixie event, because that's the event that I am a blogger manager for. And Lily is doing an amazing job trying to get this event off the ground. And I feel like in a year or so, it will be a good event. And well, it already is a good event. I shouldn't say that. It'll be one of those events that people are talking about, I think, because she's really dedicated to getting her event out there and to the public, and she's good to her designers, she's good to her bloggers, she's good to her, like, her managers and all. So I really think that that's going to be an up and coming event in the near future. What are your favorite stores throughout the grid and why? And then I have a second one that is your top 3 clothing, decor, home, dances, and why. So I'm going to combine those 2 questions together, really. And my top 3 clothing are Tetra, Trey Blah, and let's see, Adams, probably. Those are my 3 favorites. They're the stores that I usually can find something. Decor wise, definitely Apple Fall. What Next is another one, and probably Dust Bunny would be my 3 decor. Homes, probably, well, Scarlet Creative is one, and Trompe l'Oeil are my 2 favorite home stores. I don't really have a third favorite for the homes, because all of my homes are either Trompe l'Oeil or Scarlet Creative. Apple Fall does some nice homes. My home in the fall is going to be an Apple Fall, a home I got during that 50 Linden sale a couple weeks ago. And so I guess I could say that's a home store as well. And dances, definitely Movement is where I get where I get most of my dances from. And I really don't have any other favorites for dances as well. All right, so next, Care. Oh, Anso. Yeah, you know what? I've been meaning to go to Anso for to look at their homes, because I have heard great things about them. Definitely. Well, yeah, Scarlet Creative with those sales, definitely. I mean, to get a house for 75 lindens is like ridiculous, especially if you compare that to real life. That is ridiculous, but it's amazing, and their homes are so beautiful. Like, I love my summer home right now, and that's kind of the style home that I like. I don't like dark homes with like dark woods. I like the more light and bright type homes, and Scarlet Creative always has a lot of those. Trompe l'Oeil also has given away a lot of homes, which is another reason why I go there for the homes too. Paragon, I've never gone to there for dances. I'll have to check that out. You know what, Kat? Adventures in Second Life is Kat from some you probably have seen her in some of my videos. So, but yeah, maybe Kat, we need to go check out Paragon together. That would be fun. All right, so now the next questions are kind of YouTube related, and my first question is, what made you start YouTubing? And I love YouTube. Most of the TV that I watch is YouTube channels, not just Second Life, but like real life people, homes, vlogs, everything. There's so many of them that I like to watch, and I've always wanted to start my own YouTube channel. And to be honest, I wasn't ready to start a YouTube channel with my actual face in it. And that's why I kind of held off on it. So when I decided to do one, I was like, hey, I can do Second Life, and it could be Kendra as my face, and then there were so many great YouTubers out there for Second Life, and it just looked like so much fun. So I decided to try it, and I didn't know if it was going to stick, but now that I'm 100 subscribers deep, I'm in it for the long haul now. It's because I'm having a blast with it. And maybe one day I will get brave enough to be able to like show my face and do like an actual real life type vlog, but I'm not ready for that yet. I'm just getting used to my voice being out there because that makes me cringe enough as it is. All right, how did you get started on your YouTube channel? Oh, I just watched YouTube videos on how to start a channel. I had to start with looking for videos on how to edit videos. I had no idea how to edit a video, how to record a video, all of these things. That's what I did. I just started doing my research on YouTube. I don't know, Vicky. What is Vicky? I kind of wish Twitch would allow us to stream on Second Life, but unfortunately, Twitch is one of those streaming services that won't allow Second Life, which I kind of understand. It just stinks for people who have content like I have, that there's no sex or violence in my content at all. I mean, I barely use inappropriate language on this channel, let alone have anything inappropriate on it. So, but it is what it is, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of work involved, you're right. And, oh, thanks, Alexi. I appreciate that. It's Korean drama? What is Korean drama? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at your content, Alexi. You're doing a great job. And you know what? It's hard to get started, and it's hard to get your the courage to get started. But once you do, and once you do it, you get used to it. And if you'd ever want to do a collab, it would be fun. We could get together and do one together if you're interested. Kat brought me in under her wing, and I'm grateful for her for that. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to some of these questions. What urged you to switch from blogging to YouTube as your platform for sharing your second life? To be honest, I didn't switch. I kind of put blogging on the back burner type thing. I still do blog for a few stores, but I've kind of cut down on the number of stores that I'm blogging for, so that to leave room for the YouTubing. And to be honest, the reason I switched is because I enjoy the YouTube more. The blogging was fun, and I enjoyed that, but I also enjoy YouTube, and I enjoy it more. So I haven't stopped the blogging, but I've kind of put it off to the side for a little bit. What do I enjoy the most when I'm blogging and vlogging? The challenge of finding a video that other YouTubers, Second Life YouTubers, haven't put out. That's the most fun. Because what I'm putting, I'm trying not to do the sales that the other bloggers or the other YouTubers are doing. I'm trying to, I kind of search for content that I was looking for when I started things. I probably am going to do a series at some point on how to become a Second Life host at a club. Because again, there's not much information out there. At least in YouTube, there's not a lot of information out there on how to do that. So that might be another series that you might see in the future. Because before I did blogging and before I did YouTube, that's what I was doing in Second Life. I was a host in a bunch of clubs, and I still have 1 or 2 sets a week that I do and that I put out there. Oh, welcome me, Samika. No worries about coming in late. I haven't done the giveaway yet. I'm still answering some questions. Yeah. So, that's kind of, I guess, what I like about it. Not to mention, now that I'm starting to kind of develop relationships with people through my YouTube channel, that also is another plus and something that I enjoy also. Yeah, I enjoy hosting. Now I just host my friends, the people that I enjoy spending time with. When I first started, I just would host for random DJs, but now I kind of keep it to people that I'm friends with, and it's more like hanging out with friends rather than a job, which is a lot of fun. So okay, so that's it for my YouTube questions. The rest of my questions are my random questions. So most of these questions are just about Second Life in general. What do you like to do on Second Life the most? Well, right now, the most I like to do on Second Life is make YouTube videos. That's right now. I have a lovely family that I love to hang out with. We try to get together as much as possible. Sometimes it's not as easy with all of our schedules, but I enjoy that. I enjoy hosting my friends and the clubs, and a lot of my family are DJs, so I enjoy going to their sets and supporting them. So those are the type things. If I'm bored, I'll go to a random sim and just explore. So there's that. But that's basically what I like to do. And then there's blogging, of course. That's another thing I enjoy doing. I have a boyfriend here in Second Life, so hanging out with him I enjoy. He's in England, so it's trying to organize getting together with him is a little bit more difficult because of our time differences and stuff. But we make it happen. How long have I been playing Second Life? Okay. So the very first time I logged on to Second Life was probably about 11 years ago on a different avatar. Not Kendra was not my avatar back then. I actually had to start over with Kendra because I stopped using the email address that I used with my original avatar, and then I forgot my password, and then I couldn't get into that old email address to change the password, so I kind of had to start all over, which is a bummer because I had a lot of stuff. I had invested a lot of into her. I had just gotten a mesh body. So how did I find Second Life? This is funny. I was in grad school, and it was like before a class started in grad school, and a bunch of us were just having a random conversation, and Second Life came up as in the conversation. Somebody was just talking about it. It was back when it was kind of new and relatively new. It had been around for a couple years, but she had just discovered it. So I went home and I downloaded it, and that's how I started with it. And then my computer wasn't able to handle it back then. So then when I got a new computer a couple years ago, I decided to come back on with Kendra, and I tried to rediscover, and that's when like Second Life really stuck with me. This is when I started developing like relationships with people, friends and family and all, and now I consider them my true real life friends and family as well, you know, not just like a virtual friend, you know. So if you had to recommend one thing for a new user to see on Second Life, what would you suggest? I suggest one thing to see. That's a good question. You know, personally, I've mentioned this a few times in some of my videos. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and I found a sim. It's called Mischief Managed, and it's a role play sim. And they built Hogwarts, the castle, and the castle is unbelievably so much like the Hogwarts castle in the movies. They did an amazing job with it. So if you're into Harry Potter, then I suggest that's something you need to go see. And again, that's probably something else I'd like to do in the future. Go explore that, because I know it's a role play sim and you can't get into the castle, but I think there's one day a week that they kind of allow guests to wander through and kind of see the inside. So I might have to look into that and try that out, because that sounds like that would be so much fun, because I only saw it from the outside. I didn't get to see it from the inside. All right, so I like to know about landscaping. How and where did you find your stores about landscaping? My favorite store for landscaping is Love. They are a store, and they're always part of the Wonderlust weekend sale. They always have a whole slew of items on sale for 50 lindens every weekend. So that's an awesome store to start with. So that's basically where I find most of my stores is through the weekend sales, because that's when I do most of my shopping, is on the weekends with those weekend sales. Okay, cool. Then I will definitely do that video if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, the Hogwarts video. But yeah, other landscaping stores. Fundati is another store. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is another good store with good landscaping items. Basically, if I see something that I like, but definitely Love is a place to start, especially if you're kind of looking for basic stuff that doesn't cost a lot, then I think that would be a great place to start. Where have you found friends on Second Life? Mostly in the clubs. That's basically where I found people that I've hung out with. Where other places? Discord servers for different YouTube channels are great places to look to get to know people. Definitely, you can check out Discord servers or Facebook groups for a community like that you would be interested, would be a great place to look. Also, speaking of Discord, I just set up my own personal Discord. So if you go to the description of any of my latest videos, the last probably 2 or 3 videos, there will be a link to my Discord. So feel free to come join us and make some friends. There's lots of different channels for you to share your stuff. A channel to chat with other subscribers. I have like place for you to share your blogging photos. I started a channel for blogging jobs, so definitely go and check that out. It'll be in the description of this live stream, as well as the last 2 videos or 3 videos that I've put out. A link to it will be on those videos as well. So come join us over at the Kendra Project Discord if you're interested. All right. If you have to give one piece of advice for newbies in Second Life, what would it be? Keep trying to come back. The first time you log into Second Life, it will be overwhelming. You won't know what you're doing. You won't know. You'll look at yourself, and then you'll look at some of these other people with mesh bodies, and you'll be like, oh man, I look ridiculous. So stick with it. And if you're I suggest for like making friends, if you're going to a club to make friends, go to the same club and go to a bunch of different sets. You'll start seeing the same people over and over again. And that's how you just develop relationships with people in real life. You see them over and over again, and that's how you develop friendships, you know? So then I would suggest you'll make friends that way. People recognize you if you keep going, and eventually you'll make friends. Don't expect to go to a club one time and expect the entire club to become your best friend, because that's not going to happen. You know, you kind of have to work at it a little bit. Just like in real life, you can't just go to a party and sit in the corner and expect everybody to come talk to you. Well, it's the same in Second Life. You can't go to a club set and not talk to anybody and expect everybody to come to you and become your friend. You know, you have to put the effort into becoming others' friends and talk to people. All right. For the most part, people are really nice on Second Life, you know. yeah, you'll come across the jerk, but you just ignore those people because they're not worth it, Um, what has been your best Second Life memory? I was thinking about this when I came across this question, when I read this question. And the one memory that sticks out in my mind is just one random day we were setting up for my aunt's wedding. We were at her event location for her wedding. And my sister at the time, she no longer is in Second Life, but my sister at the time and her partner were there, and we were just hanging out, and they were like kind of adding some finishing touches and whatever. And what her partner pulled out these like boxing gloves, and these boxing gloves were like you would like punch another avatar and like send them flying across the sim, and it turned into this big like boxing fight, and we were sending each other flying, and I was laughing so hard and tears were running down my face because I was laughing so hard. That's probably my favorite memory from Second Life. And it makes me laugh to this day thinking about that day. That was definitely my favorite. All right, Second Life. What does Second Life mean to me? This is a deep question. Second Life means a lot to me right now. Actually, I live alone. It's just me and my dog. I don't have any roommates. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a husband. Nothing like that. So Second Life meant so much to me during the pandemic. And that's really when I got really integrated into Second Life and became like really dedicated to it, because I was still able to hang out with friends and go be with my family. During a pandemic when I wasn't allowed to give my family or my friends or my anybody a hug. I'm getting Second Life really like saved my sanity, to be honest, because I don't know what I would have done during those months where I was working from home and it was just me by myself, and the only time I ever went out was to go to the grocery store and quick go grab the stuff I need and come home and try to keep myself safe. And when I did see my family, I had to like wave to them, and like, we were all wearing masks, and it was just like, it wasn't a good time. So Second Life really meant so much to me then. And now, on the other side of the pandemic, now that I can go out, I'm still finding myself logging in because all of the relationships and stuff that I've developed here, they still mean a lot to me. So, yeah, that's what Second Life means to me. How am I doing? I'm doing great. I have 100 subscribers on YouTube. I'm having a blast here in Second Life. I've got a great job in real life that I love. And so I'm doing well. So thanks for asking. And how do you feel about Second Life's development? I think their development has been wonderful. And specifically, I'm talking about like mostly the Linden homes. When I first logged in to Second Life and decided to become a premium member, that was back before the Linden homes started to redo the Linden homes. And God, those homes were awful. And trying to decorate that huge room that was like a big square, and it was just awful. So that right there is the best development I think Second Life could have made. I think it's going in the right direction. I'm sure there are things that are frustrating about Second Life that, like specific, like things not working correctly. But for the most part, I think their development is definitely growing in the right direction, and it's nice to see that there's development. They're not just staying stagnant. They're always trying to come up with new ideas and new things to keep us all here. And that I think is all my questions, right? Oh no, I have a few more. Your favorite Second Life spot. I kind of mentioned this before, but my favorite spot in Second Life is, well, first and foremost, it's my land. I love my land. I designed it exactly. I designed a place that I would love to be in. So hanging out here is great. But if I were to go somewhere else other than my land, because I can't be that loner, I have to be out with people, it would probably be Surfers Bay. Surfers Bay is the one place that I host weekly. I host DJ Aviel, and if you want to come to any of our sets, I'll leave. I'll put links to our sets in my Discord channel, so feel free to come join us, and we have a lot of fun. I do want to warn you though, Surfers Bay is an adult sim, so you can imagine what you might see on there, so just be cautious of that. If that's not something you're interested in, then you might not want to come. But I also host with DJ Aviel every third Tuesday at a different club. So I'll be putting that in my Discord channel as well. And what are the jobs beyond blogging that you have done in Second Life? All right. So, well, there's blogging, there's YouTubing. I'm a host, like I mentioned earlier, at a couple clubs. And I also had one job that I've never really talked about on this channel. The very first job I started hosting before I got this job, but one job I got, I was a wedding planner for serendipity weddings or events, and I was like the wedding planner for them for about a month. It wasn't for me. Not that I didn't enjoy it. It was just I was not ready to be. I didn't know enough about Second Life to be able to do that job, and I had training and all, but I just didn't feel like I would do that job justice, so I just didn't continue with it. What other things in Second Life do you enjoy other than shopping, decorating, and stuff like that? Exploring, spending time with friends and family, those kind of things. So, yeah, well, that's all my questions. So, thanks for all of you who stuck through all those questions. I appreciate it. All right. So, who's ready for a giveaway? All right, so let me get this set up, because what I had to do, the way I did this is I found a random name picker on YouTube. I actually have used it before for other reasons, but so let me get that up for you all. No, this wasn't my first live stream. Um, I did a couple live streams with Kat from Adventures in Second Life. But this is my first live stream by myself, though. So, uh-oh, I'm getting IMs. Sorry, Lily, I'll answer you in a second, honey. All right. So, let me get this set up so that I can show you. So we can pick some winners. So this is my random wheel, and as you can see, there are a lot of entries in here. So what I did down the side is all the entries, and based on the number of questions you answered, that's how many entries you have into the giveaway. So if you asked 5 questions, then you have 5 entries into the giveaway. So that's how I did it. So there's everybody there. And everybody has a little slot on the wheel. So let's pick our first place winner. And our first place winner is going to be winning 1,500 lindens. All right. So good luck, guys. All right, Young Fish Stick is our first place winner. So congratulations, Young Fish Stick. And what I'll do is I will contact you in World, and I will give you your lindens that way. All right. All right, so our second place winner, who will get 1,000 lindens, is, and I'm just going to tell you now that if you've already been picked and it lands on your name again, I'm going to spin again, just to give other people the opportunity to get a chance to win as well. All right. Our second winner is Lark Wakefield. So congratulations, Lark. You received 1,000 lindens. Yay! Congratulations. I'm so excited. I think Lark was one of the first people who commented on my video too. So, congrats. All right, gonna remove her. All right, and third place will receive 500 lindens. Cat! Yay, Cat! You win! Congratulations. You get 500 lindens. Cat from Adventures in Second Life. That's exciting. She deserves it because you know what? She has helped me so much with this YouTube stuff. She definitely deserves this. So, congrats, Cat. She's my biggest cheerleader too. She's the best. All right, so those are my 3 winners. So congrats, Fish Stick, Lark, and Cat, on your winning. All right, I'm gonna let everybody catch up with the with the live stream because it's a couple seconds back. All right. So, I really appreciate all you joining me. It was so fun having you guys interact with me. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do live streams like this in the future because I enjoyed this. So, any last comments or anything before we go? Because it's been almost an hour we've been on here, I think. Oh, over an hour. Hour and 8 minutes we've been here. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks, Meisumika? Yeah, Meisumika. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm trying. Oh, thanks, Winter. Oh, thanks, Alexi. Yeah, Terry's my mom in Second Life. I do have an awesome mom. Oh, gosh. It did go by fast, I agree. It was a lot of fun. And if you want to meet my mom, she was in an earlier video as well. She was she picked my outfit for a week, and so she she was in that video, and I'm gonna probably try to rope her in to do another video with me, maybe an explore a sim with me or something. Oh, thanks, Masumika. Oh boy, yeah. All right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. I had so much fun, and we'll do this again. Don't forget to join my Discord if you haven't already. Okay? The link will be in the description of these videos and every video from now on. So make sure you join the Discord and come make some friends with each other, with me, all that stuff. I can't wait to get in. And also, if you are a host or if you're a blogger, post your sets, post your blogs in my Discord channel. Get it out there, because I'm going to be working to try to build up my Discord. So hopefully one day I will have lots of people to see your stuff. Also, I'll be posting blogging jobs, and there's a place to post hosting and DJ jobs too. So if you know of any clubs that are hiring, go ahead and utilize it. Use my community. I'd love to have you guys there. All right. Take care. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. Bye.